Welcome back to the Wise Mindset Guy podcast. I'm your host, Nat Palestino, and I thank you once again for tuning into my show. Today, we're going to be delving into the world of trolls. Trolls. Now, you're probably thinking, not the trolls. You're probably thinking about the trolls that are those little cute little animals that kids play with the funny hair. No, we're talking today about online trolls and ignoring the online trolls, those inner critics, those online critics that constantly give us badgering in our daily lives. Now, I remember that, back in the day before online was even a thing, like when you used to go to high school, for instance, an example, like when you go to high school and people used to write, words on the bathroom wall about someone in hopes that that person will come along, read what was written about them, and then get offended, right? And the idea was to offend, to create a negative impact on that person. And today, with the world of online, it's extremely easy. You can just go online and then just write whatever you want about them and so forth. Now, the idea of online criticism is quite rampant these days. You can ask almost anyone who's fallen victim to it. That troll or online critic loves throwing out their negative statements at the world while sitting comfortably in their reclining chair at home. These comments do hit us at our core, since our minds start to wonder, whether if what is said is true or not. Allowing it to offend you means that deep down, you harbor the emotions to this truth. Now, what I mean by that is our insecurities can come alive by just a tiny poke to our egos. It becomes so easy to get offended. We can send out a picture on social media and get tons of likes all day. Those likes or positive thoughts create, a rush of dopamine to our brains, and they make us feel great and on top of the world. However, even though that same picture produced 100 positive comments, it only takes that one negative thought, that one negative comment to get us down really, really quickly. So online criticism is inevitable if you put ourselves out there in the social media world, right? By following your destiny in life, whether it's career or personal ambitions, you have to realize that you may offend some people. The way I look at the negative comments is actually quite helpful, since I believe it allows me to reflect back on my own beliefs, which may or not be working for me. This is quite a healing process to the soul, because once I amend those values, then the criticism doesn't bother me anymore. Now, don't think that I haven't been given any negative comments. I have. I have had some negativity, not in brutal sense, right? But there have been negative comments sent my way, and they do hurt. I have to admit they do hurt, but you need to move on from them. So how do we respond to these critics, these trolls, right? Well, it is very easy to get our buttons pressed, by the trolls, but there are some steps we can do to alleviate ourselves from this negativity, right? For one thing is we need to wait. Wait is important. Hold on for just a moment. Take a deep breath before acting initially. Oftentimes, the trolls just want to get a specific reaction from you by digging at your possible weaknesses. Bullies in the schoolyard do this all the time, and so not reacting right away is sometimes the best solution. I know we want to react sometimes, we want to get mad, we want to send back our hatred towards them, but just wait and breathe. Another thing in general is, ignoring, right? Yes, this can be easier said than done because we would really like to respond and give our 2 cents back at the haters who made us feel so raw in the first place. By getting in touch with the higher power within us, we can reject what negative thoughts are being propelled at us by a simple solution: absolute silence. That's the best way to do it. Ignore, be silent, don't say anything. Now, we can also, be kind or funny, right? By showing humor, you can de-escalate the situation right away while having fun with it. By being funny or sarcastic, you might actually engage with them better and get a few laughs out of it, right? Also, being kind can be more effective, since trolls just might need some love in return. Trolls or critics would not be so negative if they had such joyful and happy lives. That's why giving them some love is the best medicine. And also remember that we need to stand our ground. This idea rings very true, especially when it comes to how different we are in terms of opinions. When writing, blog posts, right? Not everyone is, I write blog posts. So when I do that, not everyone is going to agree with me and not agree with what you say or what you say if you write something. The best way to deal with that is just to say, I stand by my values and I'm open to honest conversation about it. Remember anyone, like anytime a person goes out in the world to do great things, whether in the career or family life, you will experience negative sentiments from others. If you allow this pessimism to have an impact on you, and you will start to question your abilities or skills with self-doubt, and then may eventually give up on your life goals. While by focusing more on the negative, you start to diminish the impact that you are trying to give to the world. Do whatever it takes to protect your dreams or ambitions. You are the one who needs to believe in it, so it does not matter what the critics think. Those critics really are there to test you on whether you are really making an impact on what you want to achieve in life. Negative comments only come from people who have not done the work to better their lives, so it's easy for them to dump their lack of success on you. I know that I listen to sometimes Robin Sharma, and he says that, critics seem like frustrated dreamers, per se. Remember that every great talent in the world was once badly criticized before they became loved and embraced by the world. You can look at almost anybody, like many famous artists, musicians, or even great leaders were first laughed at for their new ideas before being admired and respected. What I'm saying to you who's listening, you deserve the best life that you can possibly achieve. So just go out and do it. Well, that's all I have for today. I would love to hear from you. You can comment with me if you listen to this episode on YouTube. You can comment directly on YouTube if you want. Please leave a comment, a positive comment, preferred, and rate and review the show. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you like the episode, please hit subscribe. That's all for today. Bye for now.